Hello everybody, it's Andrew back here in the third video in this little series on vitamin C that I decided to put together to help people in their cancer recovery processes. This one I'm going to talk briefly about liposomal vitamin C as opposed to intravenous vitamin C or powdered capsules, tablet type forms. So briefly, what is liposomal vitamin C? It's a form of vitamin C that you can make yourself or you can buy that helps the absorption through your gut lining and into your blood, so that it actually gets more vitamin C around your body, which is a really good thing, because the problem with vitamin C is, of course, you reach a point where in the amount that you take that you create a bowel flush, and then the vitamin C leaves your body, goes down the toilet. So anything you can do that maximize the amount of vitamin C into your body has got to be a good thing. I'll say here again, as far as I'm aware, there has never been any, no one has ever had any issues with overdosing on vitamin C, but do your own research by all means. Always do your own research in everything that you do. And talk to your medical professional if you would like. And also, mega amounts of vitamin C not recommended if you're pregnant, and not recommended giving to babies. So let's have a talk about liposomal vitamin C. I'll be referring to a few notes here, which is a handout that I give out in my clinic just to make sure I don't miss anything. So bear with me on that. And if you hear my toddler daughter in the background, that's because she's running amok at the moment, giving mum hell. Okay, so firstly, research has shown that levels of around about 400 micrograms per deciliter of vitamin C in the blood can kill cancer cells by a pro-oxidative mechanism. Now, if you're going to go down this track, of course, talk to your medical professional, but there has been research that has indicated that. So vitamin C interacts with iron and other metals to create hydrogen peroxide in the blood. In high concentrations, hydrogen peroxide damages the DNA and the mitochondria of cancer cells, and it shuts down their energy supply, which has a potential anyway to kill them outright. The actual process this works by is not fully understood. So the problem is, of course, vitamin C is so cheap that there's no studies have been done on it because there's no money to be made from it. Anyway, best of all, and unlike virtually all other conventional chemotherapy drugs, etc., that kill cancer cells, it is selectively toxic. So no matter how high your concentration of vitamin C, it doesn't harm healthy cells in the body. And that's, of course, a problem with chemotherapy. It's non-selective. It harms everything, and that's why if you're doing chemotherapy, you need to be doing everything that you can to enhance and boost your immune system before, during, and after chemotherapy, because basically chemotherapy trashes your immune system, and at the end of chemo, you need that immune system, otherwise it can end badly. Okay. To achieve high levels of vitamin C in the blood, to have a really meaningful impact on cancer, it's generally been accepted that the vitamin C needs to be administered through IVs. But the recent discovery of being able to liposomal vitamin C is sending the researchers back to see what else that they can find out about this possibility. It was a two-time Nobel Prize winner, Linus Pauling, along with another guy called Dr. Ewan Cameron in Scotland, who did a scientific study showing that 10 grams of vitamin C given intravenously could extend the life of an advanced cancer patient sixfold. So they weren't saying that it cured the cancer, but it extended their life a lot. Where were we? They found that if large amounts of vitamin C are presented to cancer cells, large amounts will be absorbed, which will build up as a peroxide in the cancer cells to the point of acting in a manner similar to chemotherapy. So that's just one of the studies on vitamin C administered as an IV. And the thing is, cancer cells can't distinguish between vitamin C and glucose, because they're almost identical in their molecular structure, and glucose is the preferred energy source for cancer. So the cancer will be taking in the vitamin C, as an energy source, and then once it's inside the cell, then that's when it does its dirty work and does its best to sort the cancer out. Considering that, it would be, if you're wanting to use it to recover from cancer, it would be highly recommended that you would go on a ultra-low sugar-free diet for a period of time, a matter of weeks beforehand, to cut out as much of the food source for cancer as possible, and then start hitting it with, in the instance of our talk, liposomal vitamin C. So what is liposomal? So a liposome is, I can't honestly tell you the exact structure, but it's like a oily type carrier that the vitamin C bonds to, and it allows, it's drawn through the cell walls with a lot more ease. To make it yourself, there's plenty of videos out there on making your own liposomal vitamin C. You can buy it, and if you go to your local health food store, you can go online to www.iherb.com and purchase it there. It's rather expensive to purchase that way, but you can make it yourself. You just need the ascorbic acid powder, and then the one that I use is sunflower lecithin. I get it in the powdered form. You can use it granulated or whatever, and mix the two together. The best mixing of it is done in actually one of the little ultrasonic cleaners that they use for cleaning jewelry or whatever, and that's what I use. But it has been suggested that just mixing it well with an immersion blender may even achieve the liposomes that you're looking to do. You will know if you've already done the ascorbic acid vitamin C to bowel tolerance. Then you can test that against, if you make your liposomal C, test it against that and see whether you actually can take more of the vitamin C in liposomal form before you reach bowel tolerance, and that will tell you that you're actually absorbing more of it if that's the case. So yeah, you mix those two powders together. Roughly, I roughly use 1/3 of the lecithin powder, 2/3 vitamin C. It can be a very tart mix, so the more lecithin you put in, the less tart it is, and you can sort of mix it to suit your personal flavors. And that's about all that we need to talk about with the liposomal C. Go on YouTube. There's plenty of videos there on how to make it yourself, and do further research into it that way if you want to give it a try. And that's it. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the share button, hit the like button, get it out there to as many people as possible, because that's our goal, is to help as many people as we can recover from their cancer. So have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next video.